So let's talk about something important for a while. That I think a lot of people that starts a company or something really that it's a bit of a project goes through a bit of a phase which I'm currently in now, where you start off really strong and you do quite a lot. You're so effective, you like what you do, and everything is great. And then you come into a bit of a slump, right? And it's hard to get out of that, and it's hard to proceed. So now I set up a few of the Shopify stores, but I actually haven't published them live, and I'm not sure why exactly this happens. So it's quite important to talk about as well, because you're in your own world, especially if you're working by yourself. So you don't really have anyone to talk to about it, and I think that a lot of people see it as a personal failure, that you want to proceed with the project and such, but you just can't really make yourself do it. And if you're a perfectionist like me, you would like everything to be flawless from the start, which has its downsides. So you just got to step back a bit, and you got to think about what is it that makes you not go the entire way. Maybe it's doubt that it will work, or maybe you can't put your finger on it. And a lot of people don't like to talk to you about it if they struggle with these sort of problems, because that they might be a bit embarrassed. But that's why I'm here, because I don't have a problem talking about that. But it is important to understand that it is happening, that you lost that initial drive and enthusiasm that perhaps you had just a couple of days ago or a week ago, where everything was just going in a very rapid pace, and now it's sort of slowed down and you don't really realize why, and you sort of struggle to continue working. So how can we overcome this? First, we can analyze the problem, of course, and see if there's any cause. Do you doubt your product? Do you doubt yourself? I mean, it's quite possible. And that you go through these phases, if you have your own idea, because this is when it will put to test. But maybe you're scared, like if it's something new that you go into, if it's dropshipping that you never done before, then it's that last piece of commitment, and you will actually see a sale, and suddenly you have another stakeholder, and that is the customer, and suddenly you need to start caring. So I mean, it's important to take these thoughts into consideration, and and not to be discouraged about it, because here is what a lot of people within project management, this is being told, that this is a stage where people pull out for various reasons. But now when we are the closest to finalizing the first stage of the project, actually going live and publish your products and start making sales, this is a crucial moment, and it's very important not to get discouraged about if you have these feelings inside. Then by all means, step back for a bit, have a cup of tea, have a beer, and just don't get too stressed about it. Maybe it will take 2 days, 3 days, a week. The important thing is not to stress something, because then you have more reasons, or it's a higher possibility that something will fail, or that you will make something too quick, or they will make a decision that is not good for the long term or short term for that matter. So you still have to maintain a positive mindset, but sometimes you just need to step back from what you're doing and to get another perspective. And self-reflection is a great way of doing that. And whatever you do to make that happen, perhaps it's well, doing these videos, for example, or writing down what scares you, or why do you think it happened, and you could realize quicker what it is that stopped you from going all the way out. But it's a natural part of the process, so by all means don't take it as a negative sign. This is just a process of having a company, and it will get easier as you go. So what will I do? Well, I'm not really sure what I will do. Everything is set up and just need to put the final products in. Maybe it's the momentum of actually doing that. You have a basic idea, but it's an overwhelming task now. You need to perhaps start like finding the products that you want to sell first, and you're gonna do the advertising, and it's easy to see that this ramps up to be a bit of an Everest in itself, because like setting up, having the basic idea, that's one part, and setting up the technical side of it, that's also one part. But then when that is done, it's actually moving from technical to doing, which means that you've got to have your products. You've got to figure out like Facebook advertising. You're going to do some sort of viral thing, or is it going to be an article based marketing promotion strategy, or what is it, right? So if you're moving, especially if you're moving into uncharted territories where you haven't been before, I mean it can be scary. And maybe then just publish 1 or 2 products. It probably won't lead to any sales straight away, but at least you get that initial momentum, you know, like, and then you will quickly find out that, oh, it wasn't that hard. Now you do it with 20 other products. So you just have to perhaps divide it into small steps. I have a deadline of a week to publish, because I set that myself, because that's a good idea for me to just have a deadline set up. But I thought that in the meantime I will make this video of struggles and not failure, because I mean it hasn't really failed just yet. It's just the possibility of failure. I think that could put away a lot of people. So be wary that this could happen, and if it does, embrace it and just think that you're actually self-conscious, that's just giving you a heads up. So I hope that was something you could take as a good advice, or a bit of thought-provoking exercise. It's a beautiful day here, so I'm just going to go and enjoy the sunshine for a bit longer, and then going to dive back into it. So please have a good day. I'll see you next time.